boxing, I'm literally trying to figure out what else can I do for this? Like, what else can I do in the sport of boxing that people have yet to see, you know, or that they haven't seen in a long time. You know, it's about those things. It's about perfecting your craft. We never graduate in this. I know fighters from time to time, they think they know everything. And by the time they think they know everything, they get knocked down in a fight or they get knocked out, you know, and then you got to find out and learn the hard way. You know, from time to time again, I look at it like this, man. I take everything that I learned and I elevate it to another level. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to be more superior than anything in this.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10. Cambio, vamos.
I said I had a dream that I was that fast and that I was.
Why you wake up? You should have kept dreaming.
Fast.
He's gonna want to make this a firefight, but I think that's gonna be his downfall. It ain't me more so proving it to myself. It's more so just stamping it, like cementing it in my legacies. I think with the guys that he fought, they either had this, but they didn't have that. And when he's fighting me, I got this, I got that. And that's gonna be the difference.
As fight night gets closer, Teofimo Lopez is turning up the intensity in training and staying fully focused. He says he feels stronger than ever, is performing at his best, and believes nothing can stop him.
And these guys right here, they're the real deal. Wanted to wear it today because, you know, I'm the real deal too. You know what I'm saying? Can't wear this. You can't wear this if you ain't earn it. You know, my mind is limitless, so, you know, so then again, it's like, I could always succeed to another level with it, you know, and exceed to it. So it's really just trying to just keep it going, you know, keep moving forward throughout the whole time and throughout the whole process, and mainly just have fun with it. You know, you gotta have fun with what you do. You know, I love this. You know, I haven't stopped doing what I've done because of the fact that I enjoy what I do. You know, this has been 20 years in the making, 20 years in this. You know, and I have so much to do and so much to prove within myself. So mentally, I'm prepared. Physically, I'm more than ready. You know, and emotionally,
Teofimo says he plans to apply constant pressure and go after the knockout, with the goal of ending the fight in a clear and decisive way.
Tenerlo. Yo no voy a ver el knockout. So, yo solo necesito hacer mi trabajo, siente los golpes de él y ver qué los planes son de ellos ya cuando estamos en el ring y hacer mi trabajo como campeón. Y yo sé que el knockout van a venir con ese mental. Y yo sé con eso vamos a tener otro champ de Teofimo Lopez y el futuro para todos mis latinos.
Teofimo confidently says he plans to knock out Shakur Stevenson quickly and decisively, catching him off guard before he has a chance to react.
You gonna wake up with a flashlight gleaming right at your eyes. Be like, you're gonna be like, what happened? Be like, you got knocked out. But it's okay. He let you live. There comes a point in time I understand confidence and I understand this and that. And I understand that you gotta talk yourself into something that you're about to get yourself into. I get that, you know, that's the routine into becoming where you want to be. And I get that he's hungry. Yeah, of course, but I'm starving. I'm hungry. I'm starving.
Shakur is putting in serious work during the final stage of his training camp with Coach Moses. He is pushing himself through tough sparring sessions, following his coach's instructions closely, and staying fully focused as he prepares for fight night.
Punch. Yeah, on my way. You should sleep yet? And if you know, if you wake up, no, this thing will.
Yeah. Hey, you know, no recording sparring, right?
No problem.
3, 2, 1, work.
Good sparring.
Shakur continues to show respect for Teofimo, recognizing his power and giving credit to his skills. He sees Teofimo as a dangerous opponent and a serious challenge who deserves respect inside the ring.
Good to see from Teofimo Lopez. Anything you haven't seen before from him?
Nah, he the truth. I understand what I'm getting myself into. I know that he's a great fighter. I believe that I'm the better fighter. So at the end of the day, come January 31st, we're going to find out.
A lot of people, when they talk about their opponents, look to disparage them. You don't want to do that. You just call them the truth. You respect him as a fighter. What do you expect about him?
At the end of the day, I'm an honest fighter. I sit down, I watch, and I see who's good and who's not. And when I watch him, I think he's a great fighter. So me being honest with you, that's all cool. But at the end of the day, once again, I will come out.
Teofimo believes this fight could unfold much like his matchup with Lomachenko, with both fighters starting cautiously and relying on tactics before the action suddenly shifts and the momentum changes in a dramatic way.
When you think about boxing history, I know you know your boxing history, what can you compare this fight to in terms of previous matchups, and what do you think it means for you guys in terms of the legacy you set going forward?
I think from the grand scale of it all, it can kind of be like a Loma situation, just now with the community, that's all. So I think that's all that plays with it, and really, my job really is just to cut off the noise and do what I got to do. And then seeing all that with what they're saying, and I mean, this is a big fight, man. It's a magnitude fight, and we're both prepared, so I can't wait to see what we're going to do.
Teofimo says he is extremely excited for the fight and believes he is ready to take control from the opening bell. He plans to use his skills, power, and accuracy to dominate the action and teach his opponent a tough lesson.
Can't wait to get this on. I can't wait. I'm in the zone and on the zone. So it's a blessing to be here. But it's time that I start putting people in their place, and it's time that they sit down and start being humble. I've been humbled. I am humbled. And I am humble. You know what I mean? But it comes to a point in time where you just got to smack these guys.
Just for everybody.
Shakur Stevenson says he is not worried about the upcoming 140-pound fight and does not feel the need to do anything unusual in training. He trusts his skills, discipline, strategy, and experience, believing he is simply the better fighter. Shakur also talks about working with boxing legends Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, explaining that their support means more to him because they have genuine personal relationships. While fans view them as all-time greats, Shakur sees them as mentors and close friends who share advice and help him grow. He values what they tell him but still follows his own instincts and trusts the work he has put in. His strong connection with Mayweather and Crawford reflects mutual respect and loyalty. Overall, Shakur remains calm and confident, believing he can control the fight and perform at his best regardless of the weight class or outside hype.
Record of 24-0 right now, and seeing you training with Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, two of the sport's greatest to ever do it. I think your name is going to be right there if it's not already. What does it mean having the confidence of two of the GOATs in the sport in your corner?
It feels good, but I kind of don't even look at it in the same way as everybody else, because everybody else's view is like, them are the GOATs and blah, blah, blah. But for me, it's like they people that I'm close with. So, yeah, they the GOATs. I appreciate the advice and the things that they say, but them still, like, I look at Floyd like, that's my guy. Like, he look out for me. Even Bud is like my dog. Like, that's somebody who I've been close with for years and years. So, like, I don't know. It's just a little bit of different.
Regis Progrise shared a strong take on the upcoming matchup, explaining that many fans are questioning Shakur Stevenson because Teofimo Lopez is faster, more explosive, more powerful, and difficult to predict. However, Progrise believes Shakur's defense is elite, disciplined, and highly reliable. He respects Teofimo's talent and points to his performances in major fights against opponents like Vasily Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, where he showed how dangerous he can be. At the same time, Progrise says Teofimo has also had inconsistent moments, made mental mistakes, and struggled at times against fighters he was expected to beat comfortably. In his view, that inconsistency could give Shakur an important advantage. If Stevenson stays accurate, controls the distance, and applies steady pressure without rushing, he can frustrate Teofimo and force him into mistakes. As punches miss and Shakur's counters connect, Teofimo could begin losing confidence and becoming more impatient. Progrise believes that pressure could wear Teofimo down mentally in the later rounds, causing desperation and mistakes that may ultimately give Stevenson control of the fight before the final bell.
We were at the gym the other day about the fight and stuff like that. He was like, man, like, he was talking about Teo, and he was like, man, Shakur's never fought nobody like Teo. He's never fought nobody that fast. He's never fought nobody that explosive, that powerful. And when Shakur gets hit, what's gonna happen? I just feel like Shakur is defensively, he's really, really good as a southpaw defensively, but Teo is nice too. Teo is a real nice fighter. I just say Shakur because I think that because with Teo, bro, we just don't know what Teo gonna show up. Like sometimes Teo is mentally, he does shine in big fights. That's one thing about Teo. With Josh Taylor, with Lomachenko, he shines in those big fights and stuff like that. But then sometimes
Eddie Hearn has praised Shakur Stevenson for his incredible dedication and disciplined approach to training. After spending time with Stevenson in Las Vegas, Hearn says he saw firsthand how seriously Shakur takes his preparation. Stevenson arrives in excellent condition, makes weight, and puts everything into getting ready for fight night. According to Hearn, boxing is a major part of Shakur's daily life, with most of his time spent in the gym working on his skills and staying sharp. Hearn describes him as a true professional and points out that Stevenson is chasing his 4th world championship in a different weight division. He believes Shakur's talent and work ethic should be appreciated right now rather than only after his career is over. Hearn expects the night to be special for boxing fans, with Stevenson's discipline, dedication, and ability making him one of the sport's standout fighters.
First time he's fighting in the arena.
Yeah.
First time.
Mad.
Now, during camp, have you had a chance to go into camp and see Shakur Stevenson during this?
I've just to speak to him, and I was with him on Saturday night in Las Vegas. You know that Shakur Stevenson is going to put everything into training camp. You know his training camp's going to be phenomenal. You know he's going to come in phenomenal shape. You know he's going to come in on weight because he's an absolute professional in everything that he does. The kid eats, sleeps, and breathes the sport of boxing. He's in love with the sport of boxing. He's always in the gym. He never leaves the gym. And ultimately, he's a true professional. This guy is going for his 4th division world championship on Saturday. This is phenomenal. We should really be championing this guy because he's a phenomenal fighter. And then sometimes...
Yeah, these guys right here, they're the real deal. Wanted to wear it today because,
Bruce Carrington expects Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson to be an exciting and highly competitive fight, calling it one of the biggest boxing events in the New York tri-state area. He says both fighters have different strengths, which makes the outcome difficult to predict. Carrington believes Shakur has the edge in defense and patience, while Teofimo has sometimes become frustrated when facing opponents who are difficult to hit. He points out that if Lopez stays fully focused like he did against Lomachenko, the fight could become a high-level tactical battle. However, even a small lapse in concentration could allow Shakur to take control. Carrington also praises the rest of the card, saying it gives rising fighters such as Keyshawn Davis a chance to prove themselves. He also highlights Jermaine Ortiz as a championship-level fighter who has already tested himself against top names, including Lomachenko and Lopez. With so much talent, preparation, and mental focus involved, Carrington believes the event has all the ingredients for a memorable night of boxing.
New York as it gets, as tri-state as it gets.
That is true. That is true.
I'm sure you've already said it numerous times, but what are you thinking in the main event there?
Man, it's going to be an electrifying fight. I don't think that it's going to be easy for either one of those guys. I feel Shakur, he has the advantage when it comes to his defense and his patience because Teofimo has shown points of frustration when it comes to fighters that he's not able to hit as when he pleases. I think that Teo, if he is laser focused like he was when he fought Lomachenko, then we'll get a very interesting fight. Man, that will be a fun night. But if not, I think it'll be an easier fight for Shakur.
How do you feel about your guy Keyshawn, your Team USA guy?
Yeah, man, Keyshawn, I feel like this is a great opportunity for him to step up and show that he deserves to be on this.
Jaron Ennis shared his thoughts on the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson matchup and confidently picked Stevenson to control the fight. Ennis believes Shakur could win as many as 9 rounds to 3, although he expects the opening rounds to be more competitive. He says Shakur's biggest advantages are his strong mindset, excellent distance control, and ability to stay composed under pressure, making it difficult for Lopez to find clear opportunities. Ennis also believes Teofimo has shown moments where pressure affects him mentally, and Shakur's calm approach could gradually wear him down. While Ennis expects the fight to most likely go to the judges, he also points out that anything can happen in boxing and a stoppage should never be ruled out.
2 top guys fight each other.
I think Shakur gonna cook him. I ain't gonna lie. I think Shakur gonna cook him 9-3.
9-3?
Yeah.
Now, you talking about like, is it competitive early or is it just?
It might be competitive early, but I think Shakur just gonna like start breaking him down like mentally and stuff like that. I don't think T.O. like mentally there sometimes.
What is it about Shakur that's difficult?
I just think with these guys, I think Shakur, like, he knows his distance well, and I don't think the other guys can like reach him or capitalize off of it.
He advises Stevenson to stay true to himself and avoid getting distracted by the crowd, fans, or critics. Instead, Shakur should focus on what he does best, keep his game plan simple, and avoid making the fight more complicated than necessary. The main goal is to stay calm, execute the strategy, and get the victory for himself and his family. He also believes a strong performance could silence critics who question Shakur's style and prove that his disciplined and technical approach can work against elite competition. Overall, he sees a clear path for Stevenson to win by relying on his skill, intelligence, discipline, and mental strength.
Boxeadores que nosotros estamos hablando del deporte, de box, y pues todo esto es para preparación para esta pelea ya, que está pasando el 31 de enero, que es contra Shakur Stevenson. Y es que trabajando, esperanza para ver qué más que yo puedo hacer en diferentes estilos como Shakur. Pues la gente van a hablar, siempre van a hablar, pero esa es la cosa que me motive mucho, es que yo necesito eso para ser mejor como boxeador.
¿Tanto piensas que vas a necesitar el knockout para ganar la pelea?
Pues si yo busco el knockout, yo no voy a...
Shakur Stevenson is unlikely to be affected by Teofimo Lopez's psychological tactics or attempts at mind games. Taylor explains that although Lopez often presents himself as a smart and calculated fighter, his actions can show more emotion and impulse than a carefully planned strategy. In Taylor's view, Lopez's trash talk and mind games can come across as loud and unpredictable rather than truly effective, making it hard to see Shakur getting mentally shaken. Stevenson is known for staying calm, disciplined, and focused, which makes him difficult to rattle under pressure. At the same time, Taylor recognizes Lopez's athletic ability, speed, and quick movement, which allow him to throw explosive combinations and catch opponents off guard.
I think Teo thinks he's some kind of mastermind with the mind games and all that, but I think he's mad as a box of frogs. But no, I don't think he's going to be able to break him, no.
What do you think is Johnny Nelson, Josh? What do you think his strengths and weaknesses are for Teofimo? You've been in there with him.
Teo, I think Teo's his athleticism is quite good. You know, he's quite athletic and quite agile and stuff. So he's quite good with that. But in all honesty, like with my fight with him, my legs went after 4 rounds because I couldn't do any kind of running at all for the lead up to that fight. The time I got to New York, I never slept properly for 2 weeks. I was in the middle of a hotel, in the middle of time.
Taylor also points out that even in past fights when Lopez was dealing with fatigue or injuries, he was still able to handle the early rounds fairly well. To Taylor, this suggests that Lopez often relies heavily on his energy, athletic ability, and natural instincts rather than a deep tactical game plan. Against a sharp and calculated fighter like Stevenson, Taylor believes power and emotion alone may not be enough to win. His analysis further highlights Shakur's advantages in skill, ring intelligence, and composure, which are major reasons why Stevenson is viewed as such a difficult opponent.
Stuff like that, so I never really got proper sleep and proper rest, so after 4 rounds my sort of legs started going, but for the first 5-6 it was quite easy, to be honest. It was quite comfortable. But then obviously the legs go, and as you know yourself, Johnny, once your legs go, everything else goes after that, you know. So after my legs went, it was just a case of like just trying to stay in there and sort of maybe try and catch him as a shot as he came in, because he was quite open as he was coming in, and you could see his shots coming from distance. But obviously my legs weren't underneath me and they just weren't working properly, so I couldn't get out the road properly. So yeah, it was quite sort of
predictable in the way he was coming forward and stuff. So I can't see him doing that. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite a tactical match. I actually think Shakur will be a bit.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more boxing updates and analysis.